Why hello there, fellow terraformers. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Surviving Ceres. Episode 5, Unlocking a New Ore, Dolomite. Oh, look at that. That bad boy is one of the xenomorphs trying to eat our turrets. They're not small. Not even a little bit. Oh, did I? I didn't have enough iron for that. So, once the terraforming process reaches 10%, the ice will melt, granting access to new areas. So we are at 10%. So at 10%, we only have space flies that target drills. Frog and throat. At 15%, we get green bombers that are air units that try to bomb our terraforming facility. And we will need aerial defense turrets to fight the bombers. But with all that said, let's go exploit Dolomite, because that's going to allow me to redesign the base in a more logical way. So a Dolomite pick is 50 copper ore. Go grab some copper and whip one up. And then the rest of that will just melt down. Now, for the tools we're no longer using, I can actually start to use the recycler, because, you know, you don't really need a lower tier pick again. And I lucked out. It's daytime. The caves in this game are like impossibly dark at night. So, it's really hard to mine down here at nighttime. So this is Dolomite ore, and as you can see, there is 2 deep deposits down here for me to potentially exploit. So we're going to take this Dolomite and work on getting Dolomite drills. And then I want to improve the base before we continue the objectives again, because I really do not like the way this is laid out and could be doing a much better job of it. But I wanted to incorporate glass hallways because, hello, heading to work. And yeah, they actually physically commute to work, which is why it's somewhat low-key important for your base to be like efficiently laid out, because if it's not, NPCs will have to walk a really far distance. Okay. I wanted the, what is it called? Dolomite drills? So that would be tool and power? I don't know. Where is it? Machine constructor. I think we already have the Dolomite drills. Never mind. I take that back. Yep. Here it is. So 5 Dolomite bar equal a Dolomite drill. So heading over to a refinery, you can see here that this refinery does not handle Dolomite. It only handles these 4. So we're going to need to make a advanced refinery, which is dolomite ore and bronze bars. So 25 dolomite ore and 20 bronze bars. And that will allow us to get a refinery that can actually handle dolomite. Oh, I'm overweight. Why? Alright, basic refinery, just drop it. There we go. Alright, so the advanced refinery I'm going to stick here. Because it does everything the basic one does and more. And we'll stick the dolomite in there. But it does require someone working here. So, with that in mind, assign work, processing, to turtle. And now, Turtle Sandwich is working our refinery. And then the basic refinery really serves no purpose anymore, so I'll just recycle it. Now, for reference, the Tier 1 manufactory makes Tier 1 stuff. The Tier 2 manufactory makes Tier 2 stuff. So you probably want the basic one and the advanced one. You don't want to phase out the advanced one. That would be my 2 cents. So the next thing I wanted to do was to get the left and right for dolomite casings. So let's figure out what it takes to make a dolomite casing. That would be the advanced base constructor, or rather the facility blueprints of a advanced manufacturer? No, of the basic manufacturer. No, of the parts. Yeah, it's parts, obviously. Machine, parts, dolomite beam. Do I already have dolomite casing? I bet I do. And just, like, overlooked it. Let's clear that. God, I forget where the dolomite casings are. Is that a grinder thing? No? Need a search? Yeah, no kidding. I'm confused! But here's our dolomite bars. And the dolomite bars are required to make batteries and a whole bunch of other tech, too. So it was a bottleneck up until now. Now, the other thing we wanted to do with these dolomite is to turn 2 of them into drills. So I'm going to craft 2 drills. And then, in order to protect our drills, we're going to want military tech. So we're going to need, let's do 3 more proton turrets. So that's 9 wires and 3 frames. What's the Taurus? It is a bronze frame. This is a cable. This is a wire. Alright, so we have some of the wires. Let's work on the frames. So, oh, I need iron bars. So each one of these is 2 screws, so we'll need 6 screws. And we should make sure that we are still smelting basic stuff too, because we're still going to need a regular income of iron and copper for bronze and all the other parts needed as well. So how many did I say? We would need 9, so 5 more wires. Do bugs give bug meat? They do not. So now I'm going to have all of the materials I need for the turrets and the actual drills themselves, and then I'll go into the undercave and place them down so that we can start automatically getting Dolomite and protecting our turrets to prevent the drills down there from being lost. And we're almost done with that. And then I want to like re-lay out the base more before we go any farther, because it's a confusing labyrinth mess that could be improved. Or should be improved. I didn't check on how much power I have, so I hope I have enough power to run these. I assume I do. Yes, apparently I do. Trust but verify. And while I'm here, I'll empty out these drills. So we no longer get those, like, mega blizzards because we have already terraformed enough to prevent them, which is nice. Alright, Dolomite casings. Let's figure out that now that I have the drill set up. I wanted to get the drill set up first because, we'll be able to build up a supply of stuff. Why am I totally blanking on where this is? I'll go through it slow. I want the obsidian pick too. I'll just get that now. Dolomite casing, there it is, in the grinder. Okay, cool. So then our grinder, Dolomite casings is 5 Dolomite bars. And then we'll need 20 bronze bars. Well, actually 40 bronze bars. Oh, no, 20. I was right. Cool. And then I'll have a lot of rework to do, because everything is going to move. So with this stuff, we're building a glass left and a glass right. And hopefully that's what I want. I could have made the regular ones that are cheaper, just to make sure that they're the right parts that I wanted. I probably should have done that in hindsight, but too late. Yeah, that looks about right. This is glass left. So these buildings are going to move and be aligned here, and then I'll put a glass right there. It was a little bit lengthier and more expensive, but I figured it was worth it in the long run. Then I'll probably want 2 straight glass next. So we'll need 2 fused modular frames, which is kind of annoying to make. So that's iron frames and bronze frames. But the idea, the concept here is moving all of the newer buildings connected to here. So moving the farm over and moving the terraformer over and then the military over, so on and so forth. It will make more sense once it's done, and then I'll go to the efforts of labeling everything on top of all of that too. So we got the copper bars for it. Alright, we'll need these bad boys. So 4 iron frames, and I need more iron for that. What about glass tees for more connections? They're... Yeah, I could do that. Let's figure out what that would cost. It might be cost prohibitive, but that is a good idea. Well, glass. The problem with the glass tee, we'd probably want a 4-way glass or something, because the tees go left and right, and I wouldn't want that specifically. Do I already have the? I don't know if there's a 4-way glass. Because I want to go this way, not left and right, but out. So that's why. And I don't have 4-way glass. So yeah, I'm going to stick to what I was doing. The good stuff is expensive. It's true. Very true. And while I'm waiting on that to be done, let's grab some more iron and make signage so that I stop getting lost. I got lost to the thing that makes the signs. That's good. And another thing that I should do once I'm done smelting this iron is to go back to my Dolomite drills and fetch all that Dolomite. Because pretty soon it's going to be everything Dolomite, as one would imagine. You're done in 20 seconds. Now I need bronze frames. So that's iron plates, copper sheets. We'll need 8 copper sheets. Alright, let's get our... Oh, hello. So these are the flies that try to destroy our turrets. And the proton turrets are defending against this. The flies, this is the first wave of attackers. They're pretty weak, even if they are absolutely massive. Didn't I get the automate refinery? I'll show you what that does in just a second. Yeah, good. Thanks for reminding me. Got 600 Dolomite, up from the like 120 that I mined up manually. So the automated refinery allows you to go over to this thing and just say, hey, automatically make the bars that I stick in. I don't necessarily want to automate bronze because I don't want all of my copper and iron to turn to bronze. But now if I put in Dolomite, for instance, it's just going to automatically make Dolomite bars. So that's convenient. All right, back to what I'm working on. So we need 4 of these. 2 modular frames, and then I'll rework how everything's laid out to be a little bit more logical and symmetrical and nice. Oh, those aren't bronze frames. Yes. I keep doing that. I didn't turn on the refinery and the menu? Oh, true. Turning on the auto refinery. I like how it has a keyboard too, like a QWERTY keyboard attached to it. Very nice. Alright, now it's starting to do Dolomite automatically with the auto refinery. Now if I don't want the auto refinery on, because in this case I don't, because I have bronze to do, right, because I'm going to want some bronze, so I'm going to do 60 bronze, and then turn it back on. Because once it's on, it's automated to the point where like you can't provide inputs. So yeah, I'll have to toggle it on and off. The idea eventually is to have 2 advanced refineries, one for me and one for like automatic stuff, so that I'm not competing with the game. Alright, so now we're getting the glass hallways, and I'm planning on putting glass hallways here and here, which means the facilities that are downwind of that, or whatever, need to be destroyed and repurposed and moved and all that jazz. So that means facility must not have active workers, so we're gonna go unemploy a whole bunch of people temporarily so I can nudge things around. So colony management, assign work. We'll have a military job that is getting removed and a terraforming job that is getting removed. He looks mad. He was like, yo, what? I got fired? Yeah, you did. So now the glass hallways can go where they go, and then the farm is going to have to be moved as well. I wanted to time moving the farm for when it was, like, not going to be disruptive. How grown is this? You know what? I don't even care. 60% grown. Accept and reset. 0% grown. Alright, and let's go fire Bobby as well. Okay. And now the farm is moved. Oh, whoops. Will be moved once we take all the seeds. Glorious. Okay, hold up. I couldn't. It's too heavy. Now what I was hoping to do, on this side we have fuel, And then on this side we have manufactory. So where's my advanced manufactory? I made one. Where did it go? I thought I made one. Terraforming, military, advanced farm. Oh, I never finished it? Okay. I might actually need another... Yeah, I'm going to need 2 more glass straits. Because I want to be able to place the advanced manufactory attached to that and not block that in. So let's get the concrete. And whatever else it was. Bronze rods with the advanced manufactory. So 4 more bronze rods. And then we'll create the hallways to make it fit. Um... 64 potatoes. And I might as well turn all this water into, or ice into water, because there'll be plenty of ice in the drills once the farm's up and running again. Yeah, which one is it? There it is. Can you build it underground? I don't think so. No. I mean, you can build, like, small things underground, but not, you know, big things. Alright, so we have the basic manufactory here, and then we want the advanced manufactory there. So they're adjacent to one another. And the initial thing that we can do the advanced manufactory is export Dolomite bars at 80 million a pop for 10 bars. And then looking at the glass hallway here... I think I need 1 more glass hallway to be clear of that, but I'm going to see if I can put down the farm anyway. Because if I can, I guess that's fine. Yeah, it needs 1 more hallway. Alright, let's do that. So I need 2 more hallways. Now. So let's do 4 bronze rods. And then 8 screws. And look at all these Dolomite bars that we could potentially export. Actually, let's do that. Let's get, like, a lot of money. So that's 8. We'll do a full set. All 9 slots of the rocket. 80 million a pop. Once that's done. Inspector, thank you for the resub. And hitting 3 years, too. Once we have the military manufactory and the farm and the terraforming back, we'll be able to start installing the new stuff. So that's the advanced farm. Oh, here we go. Terraforming military. Cheers, Quantum. Does the manufacturing guy or gal cause oh, so yes, this needs to be manned. Good point. With the no one here, nothing is happening. Which means we might want to do another passenger rocket. Because we're going to have more people than jobs soon. So we have a available shift for processing job. Or available shift for, rather, manufacturing job. So Silent Rider was our military. Turtle, I'm going to have you be our processor, not our terraformer. Or manufacturing, not terraformer. Putting the turtles to work. So now with him working, or signed, we're actually doing crafting here. Because without a human colonist, that was not moving, obviously. Okay, we got the bronze frames, and then we just need the iron frames, and then we'll be all set with our glass hallways. It took a while, but I wanted it to look nice, because then I won't get lost as easily, which is like kind of a big deal. Because constantly getting lost in your own base, low-key sucks. And as promised, whoops, I'll also add a whole bunch of signage so that like it looks like that once it's done. So there's the bronze frames. Now we need the iron frames. So that's... let's do 16 plates and then iron for screws. With the auto refinery on again, I can just drop in iron and copper and it will just start smelting that stuff. Ooh, and that automatically turned on. It doesn't always. Base needs more turtles. At this rate, it's going to be like a world turtle base. Yep, I can see them auto-smelting. Perfect. There was one more tier 3 that we wanted to make. I don't know if I have the fuel, but I'm already juggling too many things, so I'll circle back to that in a minute. So we're still trying to make 2 fused modular frames. So we need 4 iron frames, which means we need 8 screws, and then in 30 seconds we'll start working on the iron frames, and then we'll have the glass hallways to go left and right here. You think I have 31 fuel? You're probably right. I haven't checked in a while, but here's our fuel refinery. Oh, even more, 35. To that end, because we have 2 free rockets, let's have a cargo rocket land at the east pad. Because we'll have a full set of exports now. I'll just put this in this storage. Repurposing. And there we go. Am I gonna need another barrack? No. Your initial barrack can house 8, and I only have 4, so we're fine for now. All right, finally. Another glass hallway. Another glass hallway. And then on one side we'll do farm and military, and the other side we'll do terraforming. So let's do the terraforming first. And then farm and military. And now the facilities are back. And side by side. I mean, it would look cooler if I had some sunlight here, but I don't. The one thing I don't have, I don't really need to run out this way, but I would like, yeah, well, we'll work on that. So now that that's done, let's call in some new passengers. Oh yeah, let's call in an idiot. Social butterfly, sure. And then we'll get, so that's a female. We'll get this male. Wow, that's an interesting name. This male and this. I want more military. That male instead. That one. And this female. On the west pad. All right. They'll be here in 5 minutes. My raffle timer is 5 minutes. So, good luck. The next thing I want to make here is the attack scanner, the enemy scanner, to know when they're coming to attack me. And that requires 2 copper sheets and 5 Dolomite bars. And then I also want to assign workplaces too. Oh, that's I did that totally wrong. Hold on. There we go. Battery. And 20 iron bars, which I do not have at the moment. There we go. And what this thing does is it will warn you when attacks are incoming. It's not strictly necessary, but it is nice to have. All right, back to jobs. So assigning work, we have a farming job, which is going to go to Bobby, and a military job, which is going to go to Silent Rider. Done. So we have some unfilled shifts, and that's why new people are coming in. I'm also pretty close on my power. Oh my good God. Okay, excuse you? Rude. I don't know why they attacked from that side and passed through the base, but whatever. The only good bug is a dead one. I think we just reaffirmed that. Alright, before I forget, let's re-up our food and water. And we have the cargo rocket landing, so they're bringing in, it's just an empty cargo rocket ready to export stuff. 20, 20, 20, 20. There we go. I'm trying to keep it even, so it's like 81, 81. So I know when we need to make more food or water. So like right now, I'm behind on water, not food. We have plenty. It's not like I'm running low, but here's the export. And that's the first time we're exporting Dolomite, so that should be pretty good income, I hope. And no, the bugs really don't care about physics. So as the game warned, the next attack that we'll face is an aerial attack. And I'm going to want to set up some anti-air defenses before we bring in more, you know, terraforming. So this is an early warning system signal. And the lights will go like this when it's alerted, and it will turn off when it's not. That's really all it does. It's very straightforward. Alright. There's some other things I wanted to do is to add some doors on the end of those hallways. Because for now, this is as far as the base is going to go. And as you can see, it is mostly symmetrical. That was kind of the intent. So now that we have enemy scanning, let's go ahead and get some anti-air defenses. So aerial defense turrets. So that requires 2 batteries apiece. And then high-speed connectors, which I do not have the blueprint for, so let's go grab that. So that would be probably a facility, or rather, machine blueprint for parts, high-speed connector. And the rocket landing on West Pad for passengers is coming down. Here they are. And having hit a population of 8, that was a milestone, which is what I just get paid for. Have I really not moved the seeds to the farm? I guess I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go seed the farm before I forget. Thank you, Fangface, for reminding me. And then set it back up to max plant potato. Thank you for tuning in to Surviving Ceres, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Radamat.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Radamat.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow pilgrims.